Hi, I'm Jordan, and I'm the founder of Dorothy. I'm going to do a longer demo for you all, and we're going to start with a brand new user. Now, this user is about to log in, and let's say that this user is studying about pharmacology. Now, who knows? They could be studying a lot of things. A lot of my users are studying languages, they're studying for certifications for work, they're studying to prepare for entrance exams, these kind of things. And what's important here is that you're going to have things that you just don't want to forget, that you can't stand, that's really hard to study for, like to actually spend all this time to, to memorize, study, learn, whatever, to never forget these things. It takes a lot of effort. And so Dorothy will come in and make it very easy to not forget whatever it is that you are studying, whatever it is that you want to remember. And for a lot of people, this is bigger, like I said, bigger topics, bigger areas of learning, like preparing for an entrance exam, languages, these kind of things. In our example, we're going to use pharmacology. So in this example, I'm going to be thinking about, or this for this question, I'm going to be thinking, I don't ever want to forget what the answer to this question is. I want to not have to put in if I'm going to put in effort to not forget this, I also want it to be easy, and I want it to be simple. I want it to be efficient. I want it to be effective. And we're going to go ahead and do a second question as well. For this, it's going to be more of a term definition rather than a something in the form of a question. And this can be whatever you want to do. Again, the idea here is we are using Dorothy so that we don't have to forget the answer to this question, or in this case, the definition to this term. We want to actually be able to get quizzed on these questions only when we're about to forget them. That way we study in the most effective, efficient way possible. So we just added this, and we could actually take a sample quiz. We're going to do that right now. In the real world, not in the real world, this is the real world. In the future, what will happen is you will get an email with a quiz whenever there are questions due, whenever there are questions that I expect you to forget the next day. And when you get those questions, you'll actually be able to take the quiz through the email browser. You'll be able to come into the actual site itself, whatever's easiest for you. This obviously would works on mobile, which is where a lot of people take their quizzes. But what I've seen is my users actually add their questions on desktop and take their quizzes on mobile. So let's take this quiz real fast just to go through it. Absorption definition. Now I didn't even pay attention to the answer, so I don't know what it is. But this is a good example. So we're going to reveal the answer, and it's the process of drug uptake. I didn't get this because I wasn't paying attention to what I was putting in, which is fine. In the real world, the user probably is paying attention to what they're putting in, but for this is because it's a demo. I'm not actually trying to learn what the absorption definition is. Did you recall the correct answer? I'm going to say no, I didn't. And what I will do is take the time that you actually took. You saw that countdown going right around here. You saw that countdown. I'm going to use how much time came off that clock along with your own evaluation to determine when the next day or when you're going to forget this. And so I'll click next and we'll go to the next one as well. When administering, okay, I'm not going to remember this either because I also typed it in. Actually, I do. It's visual acuity. Don't know why I remember that already. Okay, so I got this right. You saw the timer going down. I will say this, yes, and it was easy. Now, in both these examples, I said for the first one, I said I did not recall the correct answer. I said for this one, yes, I did, and it was easy. Because I did that, I'm going to Dorothy, the system I've written, will actually end up quizzing you on this question many days from now. Probably this is a guess. I would need to do the math, but something like 6 to 10 days from now, something like that. And yeah, I'll go and finish the quiz. And again, that quiz would come in, would be emailed to you, and you would only take it when there are questions in the quiz that are expected to be forgotten the next day. And for so many reasons. There's so much evidence that that's the best way to study. Is only to do it when you're right about to forget. It's not useful to study when you already really know it. It's not useful to study when you've already forgotten it. It's best to do it right when you're about to forget. So it says our first quiz will be ready in 13 hours. That's because that first question that I got wrong I'm going to quiz you on it the next day. Whenever it's a no on the very first attempt, the very first question, or sorry, for the very first time, then I'll know that I need to quiz you the next day so we can get a better history. But yeah, I make these predictions based upon the history of that question, your own evaluation, the time coming off the clock, and your overall history with all your questions. And that's how I determine it. That is most of what Dorothy does, and that's what makes it special. We have other things. We have public study sets you can add. We have nice preferences you can enter and all that stuff. But the gist of this is you add questions and answers that you don't want to forget, answers that you don't want to forget, or sorry, questions that you don't want to forget the answers to. I will help you study the most effective, efficient way possible. And you'll take a quiz, and that's it. That's how you study for this, and that's how it's done quickly and efficiently with the least amount of time possible. So that's the longer demo of Dorothy. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day.